What is going on YouTube? It's Diver, and today we're going to be taking a look at another playstyle in depth in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And that is right, today, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video, we're looking at the Defender. Let's get on with the video. Ah, yes, the Defender, a key component into winning almost every single game that you play. Why? Because if it's an objective-based game, then guess what? You're going to be wanting to have someone on your team that's going to be looking over the objective, make sure the enemy team does not capture it. And that is the job of the Defender, basically. So the Defender, basically what I recommend they do is defend the objective at all costs. Now, in different game types, this may vary on how you do it, but usually camping around the objective and just being in the area of it and making sure enemies aren't on it at all times, you're going to do your job right. Now, in Search and Destroy, it may be a little different because you might have to camp the bomb, or you might have to camp elsewhere across the map. You could be planting the bomb, last alive, a lot of different situations, but when you're playing Domination, Capture the Flag, Uplink, then there's basically you don't want the enemy team to score on you. So there are a couple of kill streaks I do recommend running, and they're not usually my typical kill streaks of non-lethals. They're actually lethal kill streaks. Yes, 3 lethal kill streaks, no hater. So what I do recommend is running the sentry gun. Why? To set it up in front of the objective and make sure that enemies do not take that objective. The Cerberus to run around the map and make sure that, well, the enemies are keeping in their place. And run the Talon to make sure you have your back covered in the case that the teammates on your team don't usually play with you, or they're not watching your back for you. So your Talon's got your back covered, it's your buddy for life. Unless you want to run the GI unit, then by all means, run that if you can get it. Now for the class setup that I recommend, well, the weapon, any weapon that you feel comfortable with. Now, I personally recommend an assault rifle if you're staying at a distance because you're not going to be up close and personal unless you're playing a game of Search and Destroy. But other than that, I would recommend running an AR, but of course, like I said, you can run whatever you want and whatever you feel comfortable getting kills with. Now for the perks, I recommend Flak Jacket because everyone's going to be wanting to throw lethal grenades at you, C4, everything, Hellstorm. They're going to want to get you out of your position if you are doing well. Now, Fast Hands is essential because if you are running any kind of AR, you want to have your sights up fast. And if you are running C4, if you have an extra perk slot, or rather a slot open in your class setup, you can run C4 and throw it real quick. So if you hear that little ding ding, you can detonate that C4, kill the enemy, save the objective. Now for that last 2, if you do have the extra slot, those last 2 perks, in the perk 3 slot, what I do recommend is having Tac Mask, because a lot of people are going to be throwing tactical grenades at you, trying to keep you off of defending the objective. They're also going to want to hear you out, so I would recommend running Dead Silence, because a lot of people are going to try to soundcore you out, especially if you're doing well, and if you're a high priority player for the other team. Now like I said, if you do have enough slots left in your class setup, run C4, because it's just a big time saver and helper if you're not at the objective and you're helping someone out, or you're calling in an objective, or rather calling in a core streak, then you can really just call in that C4, detonate it, and boom, there you go, you're saving the objective. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. Remember to go check out the channel. If you like the content, please click that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. But above all else, have a nice day. Peace!